A very good afternoon, friends. All the people who have come from the corporate side, industries, real estate, who are present here. So I don't know whether I am the right person to talk on the topic, because as I know, the major topic is about the urban governance. So, but my role is pretty limited to constructing the metro network and running the trains. But I have an experience, as you must have heard, that I have past experience of working in the urban areas, and for the last 12 years I am mostly associated with the urban issue, whether it is bus transport or water supply, UGT, different kind of activity. So we all know about the condition of our cities, and I can only tell you that Bangalore is in a much better position than other city in our country, because we keep on going to different places, but it's a different matter that if anything happens in Bangalore, it is like a national news and an international news. So that shows the importance of this city. The city is very, very important for the global perspective as well as the estate perspective. And the second thing is that the people are really aware. Like, I think a lot of people on the social media, so many of the information I get about metro from the social media much before I get from my own people. So I always say that it's a really good thing that I am not dependent on my people to get the information about the metro. So even a small thing like if somebody skid at the platform and fall, and immediately I'll get a photograph with the thing that your floor is too shiny, please make it rough. So these kind of things we keep on getting. But we know the problem of urban area. There is, I always say that the housing is the biggest problem of the urban area, but I'm not going to handle that issue. And housing, especially for the poor, for the rich person, it is not a major issue. You can go and buy the houses, but for the poor people, it's actually a major issue. The second issue, which I personally see as a urban issue, is the issue of safe drinking water and underground drainage, because still in many part of the city, this facility is not available. And then of course along with that is our garbage disposal, which is extremely important. And for the mega cities, one of the major challenge is the mobility. And Bangalore as a city, I always say that it's a historical background we have, that majority of our roads are not perpendicular to each other. So we don't have roads like what you have in New York, that cutting perpendicularly. That becomes easy from the traffic management point of view. But Bangalore is a star formation kind of thing. So if anybody has to go from North Bangalore to South Bangalore, they have to see the seat of governance, that is Vidhan Saudha. So without crossing Vidhan Saudha, you cannot go to one part of the city to another part of city. And majority of the road, I had heard about Chauraha in North India because I am from North, but I never heard about Panch Raha and Six Raha, those kind of things. So Bangalore is known for that also, that 6 roads coming and meeting at a single point. So it's a nightmare. I keep on telling Salim that how you are managing the traffic. So there are challenges, and as you know that the kind of growth which has happened, I can tell you that Bangalore has the highest number of motorized vehicle growth in the country, and maybe in the world also. I'm not very sure about that. And second thing, that lot of people, they are utilizing the two-wheeler. Two-wheeler is another thing which is very, very large growth. The figure is enormous. And to be very frank with you, we never thought that Bangalore is going to be what we are seeing today. If you go in 1950s, it was just a taluka. So you can imagine there was used to be one tahsildar in as late as 50s I'm talking about, who was managing the complete Bangalore. And today we have BBMP, we have Bangalore Urban, we have Bangalore Rural District. So the administration never thought that the city is going to expand like this, and that is the reason that we are always trying to catch the requirement of the people. And it all started in 90s. I still remember in 96, 98, I was in Bangalore. I was at least able to drive my car, but today I don't even dare to touch the steering also. It's my wife who has the courage to take me in the car. So maybe that ladies are more courageous than men. That is the experience I can. So we have gone through enormous thing, and then in Bangalore, we lost a lot of time on discussion also, that whether we should go for underpass or flyover, or whether there is other solution of transport and all those things. So those issues keep on catching. I'll just give an example, like for example, metro. Metro, I always say that metro is the lifeline of any mega city. Go to anywhere in the world, we cannot imagine a mega city without metro. But it started pretty late in Bangalore. We started just in 2005. And in our country itself, we started pretty late. The first metro was in Calcutta in 1984, but after that we forgot about metro as a mode of communication. Only it was in the late 90s that Delhi started, and we started thinking of metro, and a lot of discussion. I don't know, many of you may be aware of that discussion, whether we should go for monorail or whether we should go for the normal metro, different kind of discussion, and whether it should be PPP or whether it should be government project. We lost 5 years in that. And only in 2005 we decided that no, it is a government project which has to be taken. And traffic regulation, I can say that I have seen Bangalore traffic police. They are doing excellent job, and especially I can tell you that in the last 2-3 months, we realized one thing, that yes, traffic is a problem, but if you use the traffic engineering properly, and if somebody is going on the site and visiting the senior level officer, I'm not talking about the junior level officer, it is possible to ease out to an extent. And the Hebbal is a typical junction. Like Hebbal, 2 months back, it used to take almost about 20 to 25 minutes to cross the Hebbal junction. But now I was told that just about 9 minutes you can able to cross without doing anything. It was just the lane discipline which have been brought. And the similar thing is happening at number of places. I am also a part of that committee. So we keep on discussing that how the simple intervention can change. And in addition to that, I'm very happy that today we have outer ring road, which is almost signal free, except the KR is the only place where you have to go through that underpass, and then it takes a lot of time. So things are happening, but may not be happening at the rate at which it has to happen to catch up the requirement. And in that scenario, if you see that metro is one thing, because I am metro person, so I'll talk mostly about metro, and then other issue will be around it. So as I told you that the metro Bangalore history started from 2005, and our first phase, which was just about 42.6 kilometers, not a very big network, we took about 12 years. So our final phase 1 was completed by 2017. There are a lot of issues were there. People may say that it was delayed, but it was the first experience for the city. It was extremely difficult to acquire the land at that point of time because the compensation was not substantial at that point of time. So you touch a land, one writ petition will be filed. You try to cut one tree, there will be writ petition in the High Court. So that is the kind of scenario which was happening at that time. And then we have phase 2, which is already going on. 2 part we have already started, but those are all small stretches. The major chunk of phase 2 is going to start in the month of March. Exact date I can't say, but after 15th of March, from Bangalore metro side will be able to ready to operate the Whitefield to KR stretch. And I would like to share that we have already done the testing at 90 km/h. That is the ultimate testing which is required. And today we are having the multi-train testing is going on. So 5 trains are running simultaneously to do the final testing. So that is one thing which will be completed. And our target is that in the year 2023, we have kept a target of operationalizing 40 km of new metro. So one will be our KR to Whitefield. The other will be from Nagsandra to BIEC. That is a small portion. Then from Kengeri to Chalgatta will be another small portion, but the major chunk will come of 19 km, which is from your Bomsandra to RV Road. So that is going to be a major thing which is going to happen. So, and the way we are going, you might have seen the work which is happening on the outer ring road. Just because of this accident, we got a little bit of setback. But otherwise, again, we are picking up and we are going in full swing on that. And our plan is that by December 2024, we should be able to start from the Central Silk Board up to KR that is one stretch, and then from KR-Puram to the airport, that will happen by December 2025. So by December 2025, we'll have a network of 175 kilometer of metro network in Bangalore, which is a pretty good network. I cannot say that it is really like what Delhi is having, but definitely it will be a pretty good network. And by 2031, we'll be having 314 kilometer of network, and that is what the master plan of metro will be completed in Bangalore by 2031. But I'm pretty sure that by that time, a lot of more demands will come, because already we are getting demand to take the metro to Hoskote, to Bidadi, to Dodballapur. So all these things are going to come in future, and I always say that Bangalore city has one huge advantage. Delhi does not have that advantage. Delhi is a limited estate. We are surrounded by all the other estate. Bangalore, there is no limit except on one side Hosur. Otherwise, you can go in any direction. So that is a luxury for the people, especially who wants to live in the bungalow. They can still buy sites some 15 kilometer, 20 kilometer away from Bangalore. But I always say to reach that place, you need a metro. So metro plays an extremely important role. We have gone through a lot of challenges, like I would just like to share 2-3 challenges. One of the biggest challenge which we faced was the environmental issue. So as we know that if the development has to happen in the city, some trees are going to be affected. There is no second thought about it. The only thing is that what is that we are going to do so that my overall greenery is not affected. But there are many multiple organizations I don't want to name. It was pretty difficult to convince them on this issue. And at one point of time, there are about 100 writ petitions filed in Bangalore, Karnataka High Court on this issue itself. And it was a major challenge for Bangalore Metro. We were not able to even touch a single tree also. And High Court also took it really like very seriously. They took this issue as a challenge for the city. And I'm very happy to share with you that today we have a fantastic system of, as far as the tree management is concerned, nowhere in the country. And the system is very simple, whether it is Metro or BBMP or BD or anybody. If you want to touch a tree, you give your application, the tree officer will give you the permission, then you go to the technical committee, the report goes to the High Court. So it's just a 3 months process, and you will be surprised to know that for phase 2, the last permission I got in September 2021. So virtually from 2015 up to 2019, we were not able to do any work in phase 2 where the tree everything was coming. You might have seen that the work which is going near the All Saints Church, recently I got the permission to. So that is one major challenge it was there, and now we are free from there. But at the same time, it's a big responsibility on Bangalore Metro that how we are going to compensate that. So I just want to share with you that as per the thumb rule, we have to plant 1:10. So whether I'm cutting the tree or whether I'm relocating the tree, I have to plant 10 times. And we are doing pretty well in that direction. This year itself, we'll be planting about 60,000 new trees. The biggest challenge is the land, but we are getting land from KIDB and other area. But we always make an effort to relocate the tree, translocate the tree, and I'm really thankful to the corporates. Many of you are sitting here who have come forward and given their campus. So I will take the example of Bagmane Tech Park. We translocated about 100 trees, and today it is with 100% survival. Not a single tree has died. So that shows the concern of the Bagmane Tech Park also, because they really taken care of that thing. And I always tell in any forum that any corporate company who have a big campus, and if you want a readily available tree, please come to us. We will bear the entire cost of shifting that tree to your campus. Only thing is that you have to take care after that. So that was the one major challenge which was taken care. Second was the land acquisition. Because the land acquisition, earlier the compensation was very, very small, but now we are giving substantial compensation. And we are giving so much of compensation that everybody wants their land to be acquired for the metro. So if I'm sitting in my office, every day I will get some 3-4 people, sir, my land is by the side of the metro station, why don't you take it for the parking purpose? I told Baba, enough, now I don't want any more land. So we have reached from, you can understand from where we have reached to which place. A time when people were not ready to give even a single inch of land, today they are able to give a lot of things. So many challenges we are coming through to, but I just want to share a few more things which are more important with the metro, because metro alone is not a solution. So if you just put a metro throughout the city, it is not going to solve your problem. So the biggest problem is that the first mile and the last mile connectivity. And I always say that the last mile connectivity is easy to handle. As I was sharing with a few of you that recently we have started the prefixed fare auto, and it is getting pretty successful. Like a lot of people are utilizing that. The biggest challenge is the first mile connectivity, how you are going to go from your houses to metro station, and that needs feeder bus service, which is very, very important. But unfortunately, running of feeder buses is not economically viable if you purely see from the commercial point of view. So we are working on that, how the BMTC can be compensated if they are running the BMTC buses for the kind of feeder bus service. And I'm also in talk with the people of the outer ring road, the companies as well as the Whitefield area, whether they can form an association and buy their own buses and run their buses in that area. It has a little bit of legal problem, but I'm pretty sure that we'll be able to help that. But a lot of new startups are coming with the three-wheeler solutions, two-wheeler solutions. So different people are coming. So I'm seeing that in near future, to a great extent, it will be taken care. But I always say that unless the people of the city develop the habit of walking up to 1 kilometer, no metro can be utilized to its full potential. So the day we start walking for 1 kilometer, I think majority of our traffic problem will come down, because metro can reduce your traffic to a little extent. Like for example, outer ring road we are doing, maybe that the traffic reduction on the outer ring road will be about 25%. But by that time, some more people will buy the car and motorcycle and all those things. So that is extremely important, that we need the cooperation of the people for the last mile and the first mile connectivity. But one more thing which is coming up very importantly is that we want to densify the corridor. And that is the transit-oriented development. Many of you must have read in the newspaper that the TOD policy is already approved by the government. So that's a big news for the people of Bangalore. And the whole idea is that your working place and your place where you are residing, both should be close to the metro. But there are challenges for that, and we are working out that what kind of additional FAR can be given in that area, what kind of infrastructure, because all the water supply pipeline, the UGD and all those things are all old pipelines. They were not supposed to carry the kind of load which they are carrying as of now. So maybe that it needs a lot of replacement and all. So for that, many of you sitting here, builder, you must be paying some cess also on your building plan approval. And that cess is basically for the Urban Infrastructure Development Fund. And the part of that fund is going to go to BWSSB, BBMP, Metro and all those things for the augmenting the infrastructure. Now we have to always, in Metro, is always a process of continuous innovations and the challenges and how I can reduce my cost. So I will not take much of time. I will just share a few things of that. So recently we started a system of ticketing through the QR code, and on your mobile phone, on any smartphone, you can book your ticket. And that is helping a lot of people, because many places we have seen that your metro journey will be only about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but a similar amount of time you are spending being in the queue for getting your ticket also. So that was a major challenge, and with the QR code, every day almost about 20,000 people are utilizing that QR code. Right now we have one QR code in one transaction, but very shortly we are going to come up where you can book up to 10 tickets by a single transaction. So if suppose a group of 5 or 10 people are going, then you can utilize it. We came up with another solution that sometimes suppose your some marriage is there and you want to invite your guest, you can distribute the metro ticket also. So we are using the bulk ticket where you will get almost about 50% discount. 30 rupees will be the maximum charges for that. So if suppose your 200 guests are coming, in the invitation card you put a metro ticket also, and you can send it and request them that, okay, please come by metro. So that way we want, see, the whole idea is that one has to get attached to metro. Unless you get attached to metro, metro cannot be successful, and you will not be able to enjoy that thing also. So those things are happening, and things will, a lot of things. Like as far the energy saving is concerned, we are going in a big way for the, whenever you apply brake to the train, energy is produced, that's the friction energy kind of thing. So we are working on how we can tap that energy to reduce my total energy consumption. And as per our calculation, if this is fully implemented, we'll be saving almost about 20% on my electricity consumption. Then we are going in a big way for the solar panels also. 20 megawatt plant is going to come. So one is that, again, coming back to the TOD, that is one part which has happened very nicely. Then coordination is another big problem, like in any mega city, because we have multiple players are there, BBMP is there, Metro is there, BMTC is there. So now recently the BMLTA Act have been passed. And that's a major achievement for the, thanks to our Honorable Chief Minister in the last Belgaum session, it was passed. That is the Land Transport Authority. So now we have one authority which is going to decide on all the transport issues pertaining to Bangalore city. Because right now, everybody moves in a different direction. So Metro is also coming, K-Ride is also coming, something else will also coming. We don't know who is doing what. So that is a major thing which has happened. That is the BMLTA. And the good part is that we have already sent the proposal for phase 3 to Government of India. And we are very hopeful. So that's the line which will start from JP Nagar 4th phase, and it will cover the other part of the outer ring road and through the Dr. Rajkumar Samadhi and to the Yashwantpur, and then it will go to Hebbal. So that is, and then one line will go from Hosahaldi to Magadi. So that is about, roughly about 45 kilometer. One new line we are working, that is big line, almost about 40-45 kilometer, that is starting from Sarjapur village, and from there it will come to Iblur, then it will pass through Kormangla, it will go through the Shantinagar and via Kaveri Junction and our Palace Road, and then go and meet at Hebbal. So Hebbal is going to be a major junction. Hebbal is going to be a junction where 4 routes are going to come and meet, and we'll have 3 metro stations at Hebbal. And another very important thing that we are doing is the multimodal integration. So wherever we are coming with the metro station, we are trying to see that the BMTC buses should also reach to that place. There should be a parking, but parking we are not promoting at each and every place. But each and every place will be having parking only for the 2-wheeler and 3-wheeler, not for the cars. But the terminal stations from where my service is starting, there we are going to provide massive parking facility, including the car also, because many people can maybe staying in, say, Dudballapur, they will use their car to come up to certain area where the metro is starting, park your vehicle and come. So a lot of things are happening, and we have multiple committee which is working on that. And I can tell you only one thing, that आप Bangalore को जितना गाली देना है दे दीजिए, ठीक है? The fact of the life is that everybody has to come and settle in Bangalore, because when I came to Bangalore in 1995, I was the only person from my family to come to Bangalore, but today this city is flooded with my relatives. So all my cousins, they are all working as big people in Bangalore, and this is true in case of large number of people. I am from Bihar, so, and I know many people who have sold everything in Patna and they have come up and to Bangalore and settle. लेकिन वो घर में थोड़ी लड़ाई भी होनी चाहिए, तो थोड़ा सा criticism is also important. But one thing that Bangalore has a great future, there is no second thought about it, and there are some inherent advantages. In between, we heard about the competition between Hyderabad and Bangalore, competition between Hyderabad and Chennai, Hyderabad, Bangalore and Pune. A lot of people, they came in competition, but they cannot compete with Bangalore for a single reason, because of the weather condition, to be very frank with you. So this kind of weather you cannot get anywhere in our country. So maybe that to some extent Pune. The second very important thing is that in this city, it is very difficult to identify whether he is from Karnataka or whether he is from UP. So that is the nature of this city, the cosmopolitan, true cosmopolitan, I can tell you. If you go to Hyderabad, you can make out कि ये Andhraite है, ये North Indian है. If you go to Chennai, much easier to identify. Okay. And a similar situation is in Kochi and other places. But this is one place where you can't make out, because half of the Karnataka is like North India. I was Deputy Commissioner Gulbarga. Nobody was like, everybody was same, like you can't differentiate. If you go to Belgaum, you can't differentiate. So that's the biggest strength of this city. And today in Bangalore city, the number of non-Kannadigas are more than Kannadigas. But one thing I always tell that all the people who are coming from outside, living in Bangalore, we have to respect the local culture. Because this is something which is very phenomenal about Bangalore city, that till now the insider and outsider feeling has not come here in this city. But if you want to continue the similar kind of thing, there has to be effort from both sides. So we have to protect the culture, we should learn the basic Kannada language also as much as possible. In the corporate company, try to give employment to the Kannadigas. So these are the small things. If you do it, then it will bind the people who are coming from outside and the people from inside. Otherwise, at some point of time, it is going to come up, that issue is going to come up. So that's very important. Third thing is that the very peaceful city. Even in my colony at 11 o'clock night also, I can afford to go for walk. But in my own city, Patna, where my sisters and all are there, after 8 o'clock, I can't even think of going out. So these are the inherent advantage of Bangalore. Bangalore has a great future. And I can tell you that it may be appearing to many people that the government is not doing anything, but that's not the fact, because I have seen for the last 25 years from inside, and for the last 15 years very actively, because I have handled almost every issue of Bangalore. And I know the kind of effort which is being done at the government level. The problem is that along with the Bangalore, we have a major chunk of other area also. So if you put every money in Bangalore, every government has to survive. It leads to a division between the North Karnataka and the South Karnataka, rural versus urban. So there are certain limitations on that. But I can tell you the government is very, very active how to solve the problem of mobility, how to solve the problem of your water supply, housing, on all aspects we are working, but we are a democratic country, so we have our own problem. We are not like China or North Korea that jo bhi man mein aaya kar diya matlab theek hai. So here it is a totally different phenomena. So with the effort of the government, but I always say that the corporates have to play a major role in Bangalore development. And I'm really happy that as far as the metro is concerned, I'm getting a lot of support from the corporate. And I would just, I think I'm exceeding my time limit. It's fine, okay. Now one very good thing is happening, that many of the corporate companies are coming forward and they are becoming partner of Bangalore Metro. And I feel really happy because the ownership is coming. So if you see Infosys Foundation, they are spending 140 crore rupees they have given to Bangalore Metro for the station which is coming at Electronic City 1, and it is going to be named as Infosys Foundation Electronic City. Similarly, Madam Majumdar has come forward. They have given 70 crore rupees or even slightly more than that for the Biocon, the next station Bomsandra which is coming. Similarly, the embassy on the outer ring road, going from Hebbal to airport, Bet Halsur is the station which is going to come up. There were little bit hiccups between metro and embassy, but all those issues have been sorted out, and they are going to give 140 crore. The entire cost of the metro station at Bet Halsur, which was not there. Not only this, the many people are coming forward that I want a direct connectivity from the metro station to their campus, so that their employee need not come out of the metro station at all. They have to get down from the train, go to the concourse area, walk to your campus. Like for Infosys Foundation, they are putting a FOB, world-class FOB. It will be air-conditioned FOB, foot over bridge for almost about 700 meters, where it will directly then take them to the Infosys Foundation campus. Recently, I have signed an agreement with ITPL. They have also agreed. Recently, this Bosch company, they are paying us 40 crore rupees to get a direct access to their new campus, which is coming on near the All Saints Church. And seeing this response, what we have done in the outer ring road, the entire stretch from the Central Silk Board up to KR Puram, we are giving the provision of a walkway below the viaduct itself. So if any company is coming forward that I want a direct access to my campus, I can just run a walkway below the viaduct. It will look beautiful like when it is done. And then people can walk below the viaduct they can take their cycle also on that FOB and they can directly go to the campus. So please, if you want this kind of access you can have, but you have to pay something, okay? Nothing comes free, okay? So it is not very costly, it is just 10 crore. And if you pay 10 crore, you will get the right for the 30 years. We have a facility called naming also. So if you want to name any metro station in the name of your company, that is slightly costlier. It is 65 crores. So you have to you have to think about that. So the whole idea is that we all have to come together. Tali ek haath se kabhi nahi bajti. There are corporate people living in Bangalore. Government is there. The people, students are there. Different community are doing different role they are playing. I always say that criticizing is very easy. Anybody can criticize, everybody can write on social media. That's the easiest platform available today. But as far as we are concerned, we always look forward for positive suggestions from the people. And I can tell you that whatever in the last 1.5 years, the policy which I am following, we always see that what is coming in the newspaper, what is coming on the social media, and whichever is possible to do it, we do it. And I told you that one social media, it came that the one old lady fell because my granite was very polished. I got that also replaced. So to that extent we go, that how we can make the life of my commuter easy, because ultimately the people look for the comfort. And last thing I would like to say that we are giving a lot of focus to increase our non-fare box revenue. So very shortly you will see that the metro, inside the metro station, you will have a very similar look of what you see at the airport. There will be multiple shops, cafeteria, restaurant, and all those things are going to come up in future. And very shortly we are going to start the advertisement also inside the metro. So you will have big LED screens, and what you see at Bangalore International Airport, you will be similar kind of look you will have in metro station also. So give the equal importance as what you are giving to the airport. Be a part of metro family, and I can tell you life will become very easy in a very short duration. So I congratulate CREDTECH that within 2 years you are able to expand your family so nicely, and personally thankful to you because you came to me. I was not aware of this organization. Sunanda came to me one day that we are organizing this kind of part. Will you come to speak? I told why not, because I'm a salesman, so I have to sell my station name, I have to sell my FOB and these kind of things. So in addition to that, I also have a role to bring the confidence in the people that what is that government is doing. So we are doing a lot. Thank you very much, Sunanda, and thank you all of you. Thank you.